Hey everyone, I'm Abnormal. I'm going to be reviewing some of the games in the itch.io Racial Justice and Equality bundle. This one's called Overland, and a little info about it. It came out on September the 19th of 2019, and is a post-apocalyptic turn-based, grid-based, top-down survival roguelike strategy game. A lot of adjectives there, but hopefully you get the idea. It's made by Finji, who also made Night in the Woods, which is also a pretty well-known game. In Overland, you control a bunch of survivors who are people or dogs, not mutually exclusive. You can have a group of people and dogs. And you've got to make your way across North America in a car or a van or a pickup truck. The storyline's pretty bare bones. Some weird bug looking things have caused an apocalypse for whatever reason, and you've got to survive. You start off with a person and a car and some vague instructions about there being safety out west, and proceed to make your way there, picking up supplies and passengers along the way. The gameplay looks pretty simple. You got a map where you've got options for which area you're to head to, and each area is pretty small and filled with supplies and enemies. The enemies are pretty cool. They're all bugs with little tentacle things coming out of their mouths. You can probably see them in the footage I'm using. They move similar to your characters and attack you like most post-apocalyptic adversaries. They can't see, so they use sounds to track your characters. You can kill them, but they make a loud noise when they die, which causes more to start spawning, as does any loud noise, like explosions, which do happen in the game. This is pretty cool because it makes the gameplay really focused around getting in, getting stuff, and bailing out as quickly as you can, because you have basically no chance of killing all of them, unless it rains. When it rains, they don't cause more to spawn when they die, which is a neat game mechanic. The enemies themselves are kind of inspired by Day of the Triffids, a pretty cool 20th century sci-fi book. Triffids are plants in the book. They're blind and numerous and hunt using sound, so yes, I would say they're pretty similar. Other things worth noting are the small inventory space, which you can probably see in the footage I'm using too. I think it's pretty good, as it forces you to really make use of the things you've collected. It means you can't hoard items very effectively. Upgrades are also present, things like backpacks and lighters, which let your characters hold extra items or light flammable tiles respectively. Dogs and cars can also get upgrades. Dogs can wear backpacks to increase their inventory space, and they also look pretty cute with them on. Something I thought was pretty cool was how there was no food you had to keep stocked, unlike many similar games. The only thing you had to worry about in that vein was fuel, and I found myself making a lot of fuel stocks when I was playing, because you really don't want to run out of it. Think FTL levels of no fuel consequence if you ever played that. Pretty dangerous level with not many rewards besides enough fuel to get out of there. If you couldn't get from what I've already said, I'm a fan of Overland and I had a great time playing it. But for the sake of fairness, I'll make a couple of complaints. It really expects you to learn on your feet and doesn't give any tutorials. Luckily this is mostly balanced out with the option to restart levels, although you can turn this off if you want a really tough experience. I found myself checking the wiki a lot, but that probably reflects more on me than on the game. I'd say Overland, although a roguelike, doesn't have loads of replayability. Obviously you'll get at different areas and characters can even have different traits, like being able to throw objects further or make an extra move, but I found after a couple of playthroughs the game lost its luster. I did get to the end of the game on my first try, and I played my fair share of similar games, so perhaps someone who has to keep trying at it and is more new to this genre would have a better time than it with me. So that's about it. If you bought it in the bundle, I would definitely recommend Overland, even if it doesn't sound like your sort of thing. But if you haven't, bear in mind it's about £20, and I probably wouldn't pay full price for that. I'd certainly buy it on sale though. I hope you enjoyed. I might make more of these in the future, but for now, I'll see ya.